The great prostitute, we have to understand what she points to, and that is a great apostasy. The great prostitute is a demonic image of that which draws people to worship anything other than God. Jerusalem, Judea, and Israel, multiple times in the Old Testament prophets, was called a prostitute, a harlot, an adulterous wife. And that's the picture here. I think the great prostitute includes the Jews, Israel, because more than once God calls them that. But we know that this idea of prostitution, we're using that word a lot today, I'm sorry if it offends you, but God's the one who used it, is the idea of God is our maker, and he is our husband, and he is the one we are to worship and adore, and any other God is the picture of turning on God, your husband, and prostituting yourself with Satan. And so there is going to be a judgment one day upon that idea of God isn't God. I am. God isn't God. This stone is. God isn't God. The sun, the moon, and the stars are. Whatever the God is, NFL, NBA, Hollywood, government, what is your God? They're all false. And when you worship them above Yahweh, you are prostituting yourself. You are a harlot. You are an adulterous wife. Well, that spirit within people will be judged. And who is seated on many waters, if you jump to verse 15, the angel tells us what the many waters means. Because the angel says, the angel said to me, the waters that you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. In other words, it's the whole world. That's why I say this picture of the prostitute, I think often in Scripture, is Israel. But it's also every other religion, every other false religion, every other false god is encased in that.